Okay, I can only assume this is live. But Yobos! This is Wii2PLAY, the printer bushworks of YouTube. And welcome back to Fall Guys! There it is! Welcome back to Fall... Oh boy. Okay, hold up. Let me just fix one stupid thing, because of course I would need to. It's going to take just a moment. There we go. Fall Guys logo's back. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 2, which I wasn't actually planning on doing, but here we are. Because Time Attack Shuffle is live. And then after that, I'll be doing the finals marathon. Because if I don't do it now, I might not do it at all. And we wouldn't want that, now would we? Now here's the thing about Season 3 Plus. I have barely played much of it. Blame it on Sonic Frontiers, blame it mostly on Pokemon Scarlet. But I felt deflated after Season 2 Plus because I just kind of let that go to the wayside and I didn't get where I wanted to in the game. So it kind of left me a little hollow. But I will say this about Season 3 Plus. This is the best the free-for-all seasons have run. The absolute best. By the end of Season 2... nothing would show up in the main menu for the most part. Not events, not costumes, nothing. The only thing I can't do is take video, and I try it right now, but it wouldn't work because I've got too many videos on my system. Now there's something I really need to criticize, not just this season, but this entire game about. I have been for Fall Guys for a while, but something has been happening in the most recent seasons. I don't know how long this has been going on for, but I've only started really noticing it, which turns the game from a fun test of skill and a little bit of luck to something so agonizingly painful that makes it basically it's just a test of luck. That is the most unfair thing I can think of in any single video game, let alone one where you're competing against people. Invisible walls at the very end of the game. At the end of the round, there is a chance you will run into invisible walls that will totally stop your progress before you can even reach the finish line. You are standing inches away from the finish line. And you run into something. You can't see it, but it's keeping you from actually being able to finish the round and can sometimes ruin the entire round altogether. Patch this out, Metro, whatever your name is. Patch this out, devs. This is the worst thing Fall Guys is suffering. And it is hard for me to enjoy the game when I have to worry about whether or not, when I get to the finish line, whether or not I'll be stopped by something intangible that I have no control over. I may even try to jump over it. Nope, it will bounce me back. So I sometimes have to move to a different side of the finish line just to see if maybe I have the possibility of even beating the round because I can't get through the finish line because of invisible walls. This is bad. This is bad, Fall Guys. I'm sorry I'm starting on the negative note, but this has to be said. This is so bad. And I, even as a huge fan of the game, will not tolerate it. I will rage quit this game before I allow anyone to... Okay, I'm really stupid. But let me try to explain myself a little bit. It's not like I'm never gonna play this game ever again, because, yes, I'm gonna play this game again. But I will absolutely just stop playing for the day if I feel the game does something unfair. And the invisible walls count as that. Speaking of unfair, I went through a team game today. My gosh, I should just give up at this point. I ran into a team game today where my team was doing very poorly. But at the same time, I was still gonna earn something. So the round ends, and then the application closes itself. All those times that I was running, all that time I was running, and the fact that I beaten 1 out of the 6 rounds, it didn't count. It just didn't count. And at that point, I almost just decided not to play Fall Guys the rest of the day. And this is today this happened. This doesn't have to do with invisible walls, but it does have to do with my patience when it comes to just video games in general. If there's something that is completely unfair, something that isn't even supposed to be programmed into the game, then that is a big no for me. That is the moment where I say, it's no use! And I just give up. Speaking of giving up, I'm just gonna keep going. So I gave up on trying to beat this stupid time trial. So the time trial thing isn't exactly what I hoped it would be. I was hoping that we would go through a collection of different time trials, like maybe 3 different rounds. I mean, I didn't think I was going to do good at time trials to begin with. But, here's the difference. I've already done at least 2 of these things. 2 of these time trials. One of them you already saw. But when they said that it's just kind of in preparation of the time trials mode, I was thinking, okay, so it's gonna be a collection of the time trials. Not just some randomly picked one that I probably have already played. I'll still go for it. It's the whole reason that I made this video, aside from the one other mode. I can't remember. But I'm disappointed. I'm honestly kind of disappointed. Time attack is still fun. To a degree. I think it's more fun when you're playing with other people, not so much yourself. If you're racing against 3 other people... Let's try that again. 3 other people playing on the same team as you, as you're trying to beat each other time, I think that's more fun than playing by yourself and watching people shred through your dreams because you're not good at time trials. You're just not. And why did it have to be track attack again? You could have did the jungle one instead. Why did you do track attack again? Gosh dang it. Run it again? How about I quit? I think... Wow, this live stream was a bad idea. Absolutely bad idea. No, I'm leaving the show. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not gonna do the same thing again after I failed it so horrendously the first time. So, Sorry, Time Attack Shuffle. That was the whole reason I made the video, but instead we're skipping to the finals marathon. Please let it be good. Alright, so here is my thoughts on this one. I haven't played it, but here's what I'm thinking. It could be any of the random finals events. It could be Fall Mountain. It could be that roll-on thing. It could be freaking Jump Showdown. One of my least favorite ones. Except, no! Now it's the new one. Now it's the new Kraken one. I feel like it's a side of Fall Guys I didn't need to see. Because if you jump to any one of those platforms with someone else standing on it, they'll just try to push you off. But the whole idea is that you're not on sinking platforms, which sometimes you don't know when they're gonna sink. I've only played it a few times, but I've learned maybe a few little things about it. The more of the pattern tiles you step on, the better chance that those set of platforms will sink into the briny blue. Wait, what? I won? Hold on, what? Okay, I get it. So it's not one and done necessarily. But it's still going to be a mixed collection of the final rounds. Which kind of means Fall Mountain would not be able to work unless it was the last one left. This is the one I'm talking about. Kraken Slam. I don't like Kraken Slam. Maybe I need some more time to hone my skills on it, but I legitimately hate this game. I think the concept is cool. I think the execution is flawed. That's what I think. All I gotta do, in some senses, is just stand here, do nothing, and pray no one else comes to my spot. Now, if the tentacles show up, like I'm about to demonstrate, cool. I'm not dead yet, but if the tentacles show up, then yes, I need to move. But I also need to keep an eye on all of these people. Because I don't trust them as far as I can push them. Because they'll push me first. Thank goodness this is a quick round of final events. So I don't have to outlast all these people. Not yet. So Fall Mountain might be the last round if I can get there. But the Kraken one, no. That's my least favorite. Jump Showdown was my least favorite just because of how long it took, and I still kind of hold that against the game because you're just waiting for the other person to fall. It was really bad when team events meant that you had to wait for your team for the round to end, even if your team failed, which still is the case. But it was worse in Season 1 Plus, Free Fall. Now, I will compliment the game one other way. Season 3 Plus add a quality of life type of thing that you probably haven't seen in this episode, but you saw in the last episode. They now tell you if you qualified or disqualified in the middle of a round. I like that. Now, one thing I'd like to maybe change is that arrow on the Fall Guy. Please don't have it show up when there's letters in front of the Fall Guy, because it just looks really weird that way. Yeah, I like the Finals Marathon way more than Time Trial. I like Time Trial, it's just I'm disappointed by the Time Attack Trials mode, because I was really hoping it would be like 3 different time trials instead of just mixing up, quote-unquote, the ones that I've already played. Especially if I'm doing so terrible at it. Hexaterrestrial! Again. Let's see if I could do better. So, yeah, pay attention to the arrow on my Fall Guy. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see what I'm complaining about this time. Whether or not you feel it warrants being complained about. Shoutouts to the chat room, where there's no one here. But see, there's the arrow. It's covering the 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know, it just bothers me. It's such a small nitpick, but it still just kind of bothers me to a point where it'd be nice if that was patched down. Wow, that was awful. Gonna keep going. Gotta get enough footage to feel like this warrants a good video. It's not even that good of a video. I started off complaining for the first 5 minutes, so... Matter or not, I know when my videos are not easy to watch. Because I hear myself. I hear how much I am just being negative. And I don't like doing that. But when there's a message I want to say, when there's something that is vexing me, when there's something I can't get out of my head that is really making me steamed, emotions on my sleeves, I will tell you. I will tell you exactly what's on my mind. Is there emotions on my sleeves? I don't think that's how the saying goes. Where are my emotions? Huh. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more of these finals, and then I'm going to stop. But I am going to say 2 other things that'll be happening between today and just going forward this week. So look forward to that, if that's a thing you're interested in. It partially has to do with me streaming again today. Now, don't get your hopes up. It's probably not something you care to watch. Or something that... Oh my gosh, this is awful! Okay, 1 or 2 more rounds. I'd like to get to a 2nd round, if possible. So I'm giving myself 2 more chances to try to do that. Ignore the weird sore thing on my lip. It's a blemish, but it's one that just... I don't think it's necessarily... Ugh. It needs some time to heal. I think that's basically what I'm trying to say. There's a little more to that, but it just needs time to heal. It's just really sore. I tried to put a band-aid on it, but I don't think I'd be able to get a band-aid small enough to go underneath my nose and not overlap with my lip. So, how good is this one again? Can I not fail this time? Please, I've done better at this round. I have absolutely done better at this round, and I want to prove it. I think one of the things is not to stay on the edge as much.
Yeah, we don't need that many stage gathers.
I think it's harder because there's more people playing. That's part of it. But I'm gonna just try to concentrate. Go that way. It's more about survival. Oh dear. I'm fine. It's more about survival! Nope, nope, nope. I lost again. Dang it, I lost again. Okay. I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud of any of this. But 1 more chance. 1 more chance to do something good. And then I might do time trial again. Just because. So, I'm probably gonna be... Well, it's 20 minutes. So, I might be able to make my 30-minute limit. So, one more chance with Finals Marathon. And then I do one more time attack trial. It doesn't matter if I go back to that same round again. I do one more, and I legitimately try. At the same time, I will try to be explaining what will be happening today and going forward this week, because I feel like it's important. Well, at least it's not extraterrestrial, so good. It's just the one that I'm now not happy about. I just need to pay attention. I just need to pay close attention. Make sure no one goes onto my square at all. This is my square. Stay off of it, or I will move to a different one because I am passive aggressive. That's the best way of describing myself sometimes. I could just jump to this one over here. Well, I'm glad some other people just flopped on that. I barely had to do anything. I was worried one of the three would just jump towards my square and try to push me off. But luckily, that did not happen. Hexagon! The original! Heck yeah! Although I like the anti-gravity one. That one is really fun when that one shows up. It's something that I would probably like to play with my brothers more. Speaking of my brothers, we did record an episode together. However, we were using Discord. Do not ask about my Discord. I am working on that, and no, it's not going to be necessarily a happy story for some of you, but I don't care at this point. But me and my brothers were chatting through Discord, and we had two problems with that. One, Ko from Conbo's mic was really bad because he's not using an actual microphone, he's using the computer microphone. And two, we had a situation where we had an argument about something that my mother got a part of. It's not important to know, but for a while I've let that episode sit dormant on my computer. It's supposed to be part of the Tomp Trio, which has very few videos on it. I'd say I'd really like to change that, but I'm in the middle of trying not to be spoiled by people when it comes to Pokemon Scarlet, so I can't promise anything. However, I can promise that that episode will be uploaded at some point, along with... No! Oh, wow, that was close. Yay! See, I like making videos where stuff like this happens. It doesn't happen often, but since I can't record anything on my Switch with Fall Guys yet, moments like this that are seen on camera, I'm all about. There was one other moment where I felt like I was going to lose, but I had like the most tremendous luck where a hammer or something bounced me higher than it needed to, and I was able to save it. I mean, explaining it doesn't do it justice. Showing it does, but again, my Switch wouldn't record video of Fall Guys, so that moment of time, that special Poggers moment, gone forever. No one else is going to see it. I'm vaguely going to remember it. But whatever. Right now, I'm just going to focus on the game. Wherever the other thing was I was going to talk about, it's not important right now. I just want to get past this game. This is one of the few final rounds I have never been able to beat. I've come close. Stop it, Ryu. I've come close, but never actually done it. Now, only 4 have to fall for me to qualify, but... So it's not going to be an official win. But still, if I could just not lose at this game on this round, that would have been nice. Again, would have been nice. So... You know, I don't care enough to watch. I could have watched, but I still got to do one more round, so... Just not gonna do it. Congrats to whoever won, I don't care. I think one of the things I was going to say before I really just exploded about the invisible walls thing is I still like playing video games. I'm not gonna play a game just to complain about it. But when I'm playing a game and I feel like I'm getting nothing out of it, and I feel like no one else is going to get anything out of it, like no one on YouTube's going to enjoy it, and I'm just playing it to grind, and I'm not having fun playing it, there's no reason for me to grind, there's not like something super special that will make me feel good at the end, or a story that I'm compelled by. It just makes the experience just not fun, and it just makes me think, why am I doing it? Why am I bothering? And I hate when that happens. I absolutely hate it. Back to track attack. Cool. Run it back again. Alright, last one, guys. I'm going to try. We'll see what happens. I should at least finish one run. You know what? I'm just gonna keep running. I'm not even gonna stop running unless I know I've gone over my time. So this awful, awful run you've seen, this will be official. And I'll try to just keep beating each official run. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, the timer icons would be good to get, although most of them are just 1 second. So, in some ways, it won't make that huge of a difference when I'm doing this awful. But let me get to the point that I was trying to make about not just, not enjoying games when I'm not getting any benefits out of it, or just enjoying the gameplay. I want to talk about what's happening today and this week. Pokemon Scarlet. Try to act surprised. Pokemon Scarlet. I've been working feverishly to try to finish the game, and no, I'm still not close. In fact, absolutely canceling the December 1st live stream. I have to wait longer. I'm not going to be able to finish the game in time. And part of that is because there's been some stuff in my real life that I now have to deal with that I have no control over. Try to act surprised. So, because of that, I am not going to have time to play Pokemon Scarlet as much. On top of that, Regalia Lost ends today, and I'm not done with the story. I'm close to done with the story, if things work out. But, wow, that was awful. But I feel like I need to dedicate the majority of my day today to Regalia Lost. Kinda like I did with whatever that Pokemon Rumble game was. So I will barely be able to play any Pokemon Scarlet today. So what is the point to all of this? The point is that I still want to show Pokemon Scarlet footage. And even though I've technically linked it, that video did so poorly that I feel it was a waste of my time. All I got out of it, aside from entertainment, And the fact that I got to put up early footage of LeBabe evolving, my shiny Lechonk, I feel like trying to get people to view the links from the description was never a good idea. So, I'm going to take every single one of those videos that I haphazardly have edited and don't feel all that proud about. But I'm going to take every episode and I'm going to make it public. One new episode, new in quotation marks, but one new episode per day, starting today, will be public. That was a sound. Okay, well, I'm 8th, so we will do better, I think. Hopefully. Speaking of Dragalia Lost, I had plans to stream it. Not necessarily the very ending, but there is this portion of the game where I thought it would be great to stop off on. Not the last video that I made public, but a completely different video. But I completely neglected that there was another chapter I forgot to upload. So, my original plans have been dashed, but I'm still going to try to stream something. It's not a big something, but it's still something. It is something that I feel is important to the lore of Dragalia Lost. I started to make videos about it, but I stopped, like, at the one point where it was about to get super interesting. And I'm just going to go and try to record the whole thing again. The difference is that I'm going to be trying to record the audio, the commentary, live as the gameplay happens. This is something I've never really tried to do before, but, oh. Well, happy belated Halloween to you. Although I suppose since it's the nightmare before Christmas, I guess it counts as Christmas too. So, bravo. Bravo. Can we just keep that music playing the whole time? Thank you. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, this episode didn't need to be live, but at the same time, I'm trying to inform everyone on the whereabouts, what's going to happen throughout this week. Because I am still playing Pokemon Scarlet, and I am not going to YouTube or Twitter or Messenger or Slack or Discord or any of those social sites until the game is done. I'm done with spoilers. I do not buy a game just to get spoiled by it. Sorry I'm once again ending on a bummer note, but you have to understand, when I buy a game, when I have passion for a game, I don't want anyone to ruin that game for me. I want to see it to the very end without knowing almost anything. Trailers, that's fine. But spoilers, leaks, no. Bowser's, well, okay, not Bowser's Fury. Super Mario Odyssey's ending was ruined because of that. The final quote-unquote boss. Someone leaked that image on YouTube, and I was done. And the same thing is kind of happening with Scarlet and Violet. So I'm not going to entertain the idea of risking looking at funny tweets or watching videos from my subscriptions when YouTube or Twitter or any of those social sites will shamelessly put anything related to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet or Pokemon altogether onto my feed, and it could spoil the game or any one of the new Pokemon. Heck no! So that's why Scarlet is a huge priority to me. But again, Dragalia Lost ends today, so I need to get going with that. I want to finish not only the story, but also extra components that don't have to do with necessarily battling. There's so much I need to do on Dragalia Lost, whether you guys care about or not. I got invested in the game. Some people really like Xenoblade Chronicles. I really like Dragalia Lost, other than the battle system in some cases. I really enjoy the story, and I want to see it through, and I want to see all the sub-stories I could possibly see before 10 p.m. today when the app closes down. So my hands are full. My hands are just... I can't keep up with all of this. But, once again, priority. Dragalia Lost and Pokemon Scarlet. After that, I'm going to try to wrap up, because Christmas, try to wrap up on some of my other LPs and videos that I've just been seeing on the wayside. But if you guys want to see something in particular, you have to let me know. Do you want me to play Night of the Necrodancer again? Do you want to see Super Meat Boy? Do you want me to play freaking Hamtaro or Pokemon Park Wii? Pokepark Wii? You need to let me know, and I will do my best to make it happen. But right now, the 2 games. Priority number 1. And until those are done, regardless of if they're discontinued or I get to the very end of them, that is what I'm focusing on. But I will be posting the Pokemon Scarlet videos that are unlisted publicly, so people will get to see them. Even though this mic has cursed half of the series, I don't care. People need to see them. In episode 11, oh my gosh, I have to do something special for episode 11, which you guys may not even care about, and now that I'm making the videos public, it might not even matter, but I'm stressed. Between Christmas and my YouTube channel, I'm very stressed. But I'm working through it as quickly as I can, and once Pokemon Scarlet's done, you better believe I'm going to take it nice and slow. I'm just going to quietly and patiently work on editing some of these videos rather than making new ones. So when January comes up, I will hopefully be ready to get back on the horse and ride. Ride like the wind bullseye. I'm losing it. I'll basically be able to make new videos of previous and new video game LPs for my channel. It's a work in progress. It's always a work in progress. But again, once those 2 big projects are finished, finito, we'll just move on from here and try to get done with all the other stuff that I've been holding back on. So until then, and until my next videos, and until I make an apology video for all of this, that might not happen, this has been Wii2PLAY. I got nothing left to say, so I hope you enjoy your day. Take care out there, and I will catch you later.